Papa Dragon Old Fashioned. You'll be needing some whiskey, Angostura bitters, and your choice of simple syrup. 2 ounces of whiskey, 2 to 3 dashes of Angostura bitters, about a bar spoon of your simple syrup, After mixing with your bar spoon, you will then be smoking your old fashioned. You may use any type of wood that you would prefer. We will be using oak wood. After smoking your drink, you will then be cutting out a piece of orange skin. You will then be squeezing out the orange oils into it and throwing in the peel and mixing it in. This is the Papa Dragon Old Fashioned.
That's a potent mix. Give me the goosebumps.
The Sprite Mojito. You'll be needing some rum, simple syrup, Sprite, a lime, some mints, and some blue curacao. Add ice to your shaker, then about 2 ounces of your rum. I am using coconut rum. Then, depending on preference, about ½ an ounce of simple syrup. I am using lime infused simple syrup. Squeeze in about half a lime, which is about ½ an ounce. Add in some mint leaves and muddle to release the mint flavor. Shake well. After shaking, strain into a glass with ice. Make sure to leave room. Add in some mint leaves or mint stems for garnish. Top with Sprite or another type of lemon lime soda. Top with a little bit of blue curacao for the coloring. Stir in the blue curacao to incorporate the color. And there you have the Sprite Mojito. The Navi. You will need some peach schnapps, vodka, blue curacao, simple syrup, and 1 whole lemon. Squeeze 1 whole lemon, which is equivalent to 1 or 1½ ounces. ½ an ounce of peach schnapps. Two ounces of vodka. ½ an ounce of blue curacao, or more depending on preference. Another ½ ounce of simple syrup. This is very basic simple syrup. Add about ½ a bottle of mineral water. Add ice. Blend drink. If the color is too light, you may add some more blue carousel to it. Serve in a tall glass. Garnish however you would like. I am garnishing it with an orange peel and 2 berries, a raspberry and a blueberry. If you would like a darker drink, you may add a little layer of butterfly pea tea. And this is the Navi. Thank you for watching my first YouTube video in making my cocktails. I made these 3 cocktails just now. So the 3 cocktails that I made were the Papa Dragon Old Fashioned, the Sprite Mojito, and the Navi. All 3 drinks were created in inspiration of the 2009 film called Avatar, directed by James Cameron. If I had to rank these 3 drinks, I would put them in order the way they are right now. The Papa Dragon Old Fashioned is my favorite, mostly because it is the least sweet out of all 3, and I am just not the biggest fan when it comes to sweetness. I cut a lot of sugar out of my diets, and so now I'm more accustomed to less sweet things. And so because it is the least sweet, and I love the orangey notes and the Angostora's bitter, and the smoke, the smokiness of it, So that is the reasons why I really like the Papa Dragon Old Fashioned. The Sprite Mojito is my second favorite because I really like the mint flavor. I am a big believer that you smell and you eat with your smell and your eyes before you even eat, in this case drink. And so when you smell the mint while you're drinking it, it's just perfect. The only thing that I would personally do is I would remake this drink but without any of the simple syrup. The coconut rum that I used in is already sweet enough, no need to add more sweetness, but if you are one of those people that really like a sweet mojito, then go ahead, add the simple syrup. Last but not least, the Navi is my third favorite. The reason why it is my third favorite is because it was more of a lemonade, and don't get me wrong, I do love lemonade, but it was just a lemonade with a little bit of peach flavor in there, and I'm just not the biggest fan when it comes to peach. But peach does go really well with vodka, which is why I put them together. It is still good, don't get me wrong. It's just I'm not a big fan of peach and sweetness, and peach and sweetness go together. So that is why it's third. It's still a good drink. I would be drinking all 3 again if I were to be watching the film, honestly. And they're all pretty good. Like I said, I'd remake them if I could. So now to talk a little bit about that film, because I do love movies. Movies are a big part of my life, as you can see. I have a Clone Trooper helmet right there behind me. There's more movie memorabilia if you were to look in the background of my cocktail making part of the video. And so let me talk a little bit about the movie. The actors in them are great. There are about 4 characters I can think of straight out of my head. The first one had a drink named after him, Colonel Quaritch. He was honestly the most standout, at least to me. He had a very iconic look. He had a very iconic presence, a very menacing presence. He had a very, whenever he walked in, he stole the show. And I just really loved him in that film, and that is why he got a drink all to himself. The main character, played by Sam Worthington, I think that's how you pronounce his name. The character's name is Jake Sully. He was pretty good in that film, honestly. He wasn't in a lot of things, sadly. I saw him more when I was a kid than more recently. When I was a kid, I saw him in, I believe it's Clash of the Titans. I saw him in Terminator Salvation. And I believe he was the voice actor of the main character in the video game Call of Duty Black Ops. And so back then when I was a kid, he was basically everywhere. And so I really liked him as a kid, and I still liked him in the film, and I'm very happy to see that he's back, at least in a voice acting capacity in the new film. So I'm very looking forward to look at that, say not look, but watch him in that film and hear him in that film, because honestly I think he is pretty underrated in my opinion. He is really good. Speaking about people who are underrated, the third character that comes to mind is played by Zoe Zendaya. I am terrible at pronouncing names, so I really hope I pronounced her name correctly, but she was the leading female actress playing Natiri. I believe I said her name correctly. She was basically the main native from that planet Pandora. She beautiful as always. I love her as Gamora in Guardians of the Galaxy. She was really good in this film too. She really embodied that animalistic, cat-like veracity, I guess you can say, that the Na'vi people have. And so she was really great in there. She was very outstanding. And then fourth but not least, Sigourney Weaver just had to come out in another James Cameron film, and she was amazing, awesome. As always, she definitely also stole the show every time she was there with these little quick, little quirky one-liners like, oh, I need to smoke, things like that, little jokes here and there. I remember those when I think back about this film. But yeah, this was a really good film. I honestly really did enjoy that film when it came out, and I still enjoy it whenever I get a chance to watch it. But I wouldn't say it is the greatest film ever. I would just say it's a good film, and I recommend you watch it if you have not watched it. Yeah, that's about it. Just talk a little bit about my YouTube channel. This is my first video, so I hope that you are patient with me when it comes to the quality of my films, as this is my first one and I am doing everything on my own. I am coming up with the cocktail recipes by myself. I am filming by myself. I am doing the audio by myself, as you can see, and I am editing everything on my own. So please be patient with me when it comes to the quality. I hope that just like my channel, that I can grow and learn and just become better at all this production side of the filmmaking and not just be in front of the camera. Okay? So I really do appreciate you taking the time and watching my first video. Please like and subscribe if you would like to support me and keep on watching content like this. Thank you again.